Jesus of Nazareth was a first-century Jewish man who asserted that he was joining God's realm above with our realm below. He called this the coming of God's kingdom. Jesus invited people to follow him so they could step into that heavenly reality here on earth in their everyday lives. And that's what he's talking about in the series of teachings called the Sermon on the Mount. Now, if you truly believe that God's heavenly life was accessible here and now, that would change your outlook on just about everything, including your belongings. In fact, Jesus said the biggest barrier to experiencing God's heavenly life and presence is our things. The word Jesus uses literally means to stockpile things, so our stored goods. Okay, sure, some people do have a lot of things, but it's normal to gather stuff. Things can make life simpler. Things can give me safety. Things give me independence. Well, we assume that they do, but Jesus says not really. Don't stockpile your things on earth where moths and corrosion ruin and where thieves break in and take. Okay, but what if I just safeguard my things? All right, but now your focus is going to be on keeping your things secure. Jesus says the good life comes when our focus is directed somewhere else. Store up for yourselves the treasures of the heavens. Heaven treasures? What are these heaven treasures? Well, it's the kind of treasure that is so secure that it can never be put at risk. And it's different from our stuff here on earth. It's the kind of stuff that God's heavenly kingdom is built from. And the more you accumulate it, the more you'll taste that kingdom here on earth. All right, how do I get that kind of stuff? Well, Jesus said we can experience God's heavenly kingdom now when we love God and love our neighbor. It's that deep experience of peace and wholeness. Those moments when heaven and earth come together, when we follow the teachings of Jesus, like a kind word or an act of generosity, offering forgiveness and showing compassion. Yes, store up that kind of stuff, because the loving relationships we nurture now will carry over into the renewed creation. And what we store up has a way of slowly forming us in its image, for better or worse. Or as Jesus puts it, where your stored up things are, there your heart will be also. Okay, so I should focus my hopes and desires on what truly matters. Right. In fact, next Jesus uses a vivid picture to describe this focus. The lamp of the body is the eye. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. This phrase, healthy eye, is a figure of speech in the Hebrew Bible for being truly generous, while a bad eye is a metaphor for being tight-fisted, clutching your stuff. Jesus warns that a bad eye is the quickest way to wreck yourself. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Yikes. So maybe I should give away all my stuff? Maybe. Jesus once told a wealthy man to do exactly that. Ultimately, it comes down to our values. Here, Jesus tells a parable. No one can serve two masters. Either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be loyal to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and wealth. Wealth is like a master that demands our devotion. I might think I own my stuff, but before long, my stuff will own me, and that danger is real. So Jesus is pretty direct. Our stuff can keep us from experiencing the meeting point of heaven and earth in our lives. Okay, but let's be honest. I need things to survive. I need food. I need clothes. Well, Jesus has one final teaching about our stuff that ties all these ideas together. He invites us to look at how God has filled creation with abundance, each creature having exactly what it needs. Jesus says that if you trust God as a generous Father and make it your priority to love God and love others, you will discover that your needs are provided for, and you'll experience the deep peace of heaven and earth coming together in your own life. I tell you all, don't be anxious about your life, what you'll eat or what you'll drink, or even about your body, what you'll wear. Isn't life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Look at the birds of the air. They don't sow, they don't reap, and they don't store away in barns. And yet your Father in the heavens feeds them. Aren't you far more valuable than they are? And which of you can add even 1 hour to your life by worrying? And why are you so concerned about clothing? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They don't toil and they don't spin. Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. Now if God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, won't he much more clothe you, you of little faith? So don't be anxious, saying, what will we eat? Or what will we drink? Or what will we wear? For the nations run after all these things, and your Father in the heavens knows that you need them. But first seek the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. So don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. That's the teaching of Jesus on generosity and trusting God with our possessions. Next, Jesus will offer wisdom about examining ourselves instead of judging other people.